Hello YouTube, this is the Copernicus and you are watching my server tour of my very first Feed the Beast world ever, pretty much. So, this is the Mindcrack pack. You can still find it on the Feed the Beast launcher. It's 147, excuse me. So it's really old compared to like 178 vanilla that's out now. This is the very first Feed the Beast world I ever started. And it was a server for most of its life, and I played on here with a few of my friends. So I thought I'd give a little throwback to it and show you guys kind of what I did for my very first server. So might as well start with spawn. This is exactly where I spawned when I first entered the world, and this was like my first quote-unquote house. It was just used for mining. I'm pretty sure all this stuff is gone by now, but yeah. I just kind of started mining stuff here, and I had no idea what any of the ores were or anything did. I had absolutely no idea. So I was just collecting stuff, and then I decided that this island wasn't really working out for me. And so I don't know how I eventually made my way all the way over here, but you will see where my first more permanent house was. Man, this brings back memories. I haven't played on here in ages, but I made sure to keep the world. Okay, so this is my first house. Doesn't look like a house, does it? Well, that's because we nuked it when we moved. So what had happened here, I had a little, I don't know, like 10 by 20 lodge here, and then I added another big section onto the back of it. And then I had a tree farm out back here, and a village was next to it, and it was all nice and whatnot. I had an automatic tree farm. And basically what was happening is, if I don't know, some of you guys might not get this, some of you will, but I was using IC2, God, I can't remember what the thing was called, mass fabricator, that's what it was, right? Yeah, I was using mass fabricators, and I applied too much energy to it, and it blew up. Like, it happened to be situated right below my my little storage system I had. And it blew up all of my barrels that I had, all of my chests, most of my machines that I had, because it was right next to all my other machines. And it was really just like a devastating loss for me. That was pretty far into how long I've been playing. And yeah, it just really crushed me. So we decided to take this opportunity to pick up and move to a new location. And I'll take you there in a minute. But like I said, I played on here with some friends, but this was their first time playing Feed the Beast as well, and they started after me. So there's another location that we went to, and we kind of basically started from scratch again, so I could show them. We didn't do too much over there, but I will take you over there because we have a few mob farms and whatnot. But yeah, that was after, like I said, after that blew up and after we had everything moved over, we took 4 or 5 nukes, I think, and we just placed them all around my house, and we blew it up, and that's what that did. So that was my first house. I had an automatic crop farm over here. It was just basic redstone. There's pistons here. They would flow water out. You guys have probably all made one of these, or if not, seen one. But yeah, that was my first mob farm. Over here, what do we have here? Yeah, these build blocks over here. This is from the Twilight Forest. Whoa. Alright, well anyways, in here, I added Mistcraft to the server for a while because it wasn't on here originally. I had a bunch of Mistcraft stuff in here. But apparently, yeah, we took that out, I think. This was just a little tower we did for fun. We did have the questing ram in here, if you know what that is. It's from the Twilight Forest. We had it in here, living in here for a while. And this is the portal to the Twilight. Yeah, I got an achievement. Yeah, I'm not going to venture too far out because I don't remember my way around this map as well as I used to. And obviously all my waypoints have gotten deleted or whatever. So we're not going to mess around too much in there. But we explored a vast majority of the Twilight and pretty much conquered that. the nether. I think to get to my base I have to go through the nether. So hopefully I don't get lost. Here goes nothing. Oh cool, I have a portal. Oh, I remember these sulfur torches. These provide a much bigger light than regular torches do. And as you see here, we have water in the nether. I'll show you how we did that in a bit. Hopefully this takes me right over to my other portal. And it does not. It takes me to another fortress. Well, isn't that nice? I think I can find my way, though. Have faith. Alright. Yep, here we are. As you can see there, we have more water. And I just kind of started with bees by the time we quit, so I had some like nether bees going on and stuff, so that's what those are. I don't do too much with bees anymore. Okay, so this is my friend's base that we started that I told you about. We started to kind of learn him how to play, and I guess something blew up here. We don't really remember what happened, but there must have been some sort of explosion here, because there was stuff in here. We had oh yeah, that's right, we had a reactor, a nuclear reactor in here. Oh, Zycraft, how I miss you. If you guys have played 1.4 packs, you remember Zycraft and how awesome it was. We had a couple sheep's pens here, or not sheep, but just animals. We had another automatic farm, because we were starting really fresh. We just didn't want to take anything with us. Another portal to the Twilight. Here's our mob farms that we kept up using, even though we abandoned this house. It has some wireless redstone in it and whatnot. This one, I believe, is set up to do wither skeletons. Oh, creepers right now. And this is quicksand, and they basically just suffocate, and their drops go underneath here, and I'll get pushed to our ender chest, and that's really annoying. Yeah, you can see it. We have what, 14 stacks of wither skeleton skulls there. So yeah, we more wither skeleton skulls. We had plenty of that. Oh, another Zycraft feature. The Zycorium soil makes stuff grow faster. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. This is our XP farm. We have some brains in a jar from Thaumcraft. They store XP. I think if I flip this switch on, I should probably initialize these turtles. Oh, they're not even doing anything. So shut that off. Yeah, this is another wither farm, just for XP. Ouch. Alright, I'm gonna get out of there. But yeah, there's these turtles, I guess, don't remember their programming. Unfortunate. This is our little enchanting setup. We had different enchanted books and other ones in these bookcases. That's from Bibliocraft. What else we got? These are from the Twilight, just rainbow oaks. I don't know, kind of neat looking. Kind of like how we designed this spawner here. It looks nice. I love this marble. And like I said, another redstone. More wireless redstone stuff. Man, they haven't changed that much. That's exactly how they look pretty much in the Let's Play of Tech World I'm doing, if you haven't been watching that. Okay, on to the main event, shall we say. And since I was server owner, I put up these little they were just command blocks, and basically you just flip the lever to teleport to that person's place, just because I was getting tired of teleporting people around because they didn't want to do it themselves. So I believe, let's see if we can go here. Okay, this was one of my other friend's bases he built. I helped him build this. It was a volcano, and we hollowed out the entire thing. It's usually stiff, like all the way to the bottom, or full of stuff. I don't know. I said stiff, but you get what I mean. And we hollowed it all out to be 1 square thick. And yeah, I don't know. It looks like he did some adventuring. He loves like adventuring, so we went to the Twilight, and got all this stuff. Oh my gosh, the old Bombcraft wands. Bombcraft was so different back in the day. But yeah, I don't think he ever went too far. He just kind of built it and didn't do much with it. It's a Hydra trophy. So, I think we'll go straight over to... It says Enkellen. It wound up... He was going to make a house. It wound up just being like the general base house. So, we'll go there next. We have another setup here for to teleport everywhere. This castle was hashtag yellow swag castle. What was this? I think this was... Okay, yeah, this was a stone brick maker for all this stone brick. This was quite the castle that unfortunately never really got finished. Here's kind of stuff for that we use just to make we used for making the castle. What else we got here? Sheep farm for the wool. There's something over here. Oh yeah, quarry. So this was quarried out, but then there's also this turtle program that I used back in the day. Kind of strip mined for you. Like you can tell it how high and how long you want to go, and how many halls you want, and it will mine out those, but it doesn't detect ores or anything, so it just mines it out. So that was fun. What else we got here? There was an oil well under here, so this is just a bunch of oil. A tank. And here we go into the castle. And I think I had the Star Wars thing playing on this monitor at one point. Like I said, we never really finished it. Yeah, it's just all stone brick here. We have these little spires, I guess, on the outside. This little marble entranceway. It kind of just fell apart after we got like the building done. When we started the inside like this, it just kind of didn't happen. And this is all actual blocks of diamonds. This isn't covers or anything. We just had so much stuff that I decided to go ahead and make it like this. And then these staircases on the side. Oh, these were a pain in the butt. But yeah, they should all be matching kind of. They're just kind of circular staircases. We are not the most artistically endowed bunch of people, so this is glass viewers with water running in the middle because why not, I guess. And this is kind of like a desert type feature up here. I guess there's some turtles on display because why not? Companion cube. I made this not terribly long ago. I mean, it was still a long time ago, but I made this for Snatchy Elephant, or Oki as you might know him. He wanted a purple and blue elephant, so I guess I made that. Yeah, I don't know what we were exactly planning to do up here. It just never kind of worked out. Lava floor, because why not? This makes me laugh. Anyways, we'll head downstairs now, where the real magic happens. If you've been watching my my Tech World 2 playthrough, you'll know that the storage system I made in there is inspired by this storage system, and you'll be able to soon see why. I think there's a hole over here somewhere. Yeah. Alright, so there's a lot down here, a lot to get to, but we'll start off with the storage system. The Piece de Resistance. You can see it's quite a bit bigger than my one in Tech World 2. It's a double layered. The first two levels are double layered, or just the middle one. I don't know. Anyways, this is much more well organized. Here's a quantum chest with cobblestone in it. I don't know why there's not that much, I guess. And we have different barrels with upgrades from I want to say factorization. I'm having a hard time remembering. And yeah, we just kind of went down the row and all different kinds of blocks all the way down. Turtles, 50 turtles just in case we run out, I guess. And then here we kind of have ingots and dusts and that kind of stuff. I think ores are on here too. Anyways, we have all different kinds of ingots and dusts and ores and all that Zycraft. And here's just a workstation. Oh, I missed these project tables. They had an this was like the coolest thing back in the day. It was a crafting bench with an inventory, And you could put patterns in there that would, as long as you had the items in the inventory, you could just take them out. So that was super cool. Yeah, there's that. More stuff like food and mob drops. Didn't use a single one on this row just because I never got to it. And this top row is all kind of tech stuff. Here's if you know what UU matter is, it's really kind of end game stuff. I'm not too sure about the UU matter in the new IC2 versions. I didn't keep up with it, but I remember UU was just like the hardest thing to get back in the day here. And I'll show you how we got so much. Here's 165,000, and you can see there's 65,000, and all these barrels here, and some other stuff, glass fiber cables, glass viewers. This was the hopper back. Okay, so this was before vanilla hoppers existed. So this was the hopper of the day. It had a bigger inventory, I think. We can check here. Okay, so 4 inventory, but when you you can't just drop stuff in. You have to actually place it in. So that was something a little different. But yeah, I remember that. Hoppers. Iridium plates, all those are super expensive. Different kinds of stuff there. And then here's like the overflow stuff that just kind of never had a place to go. Bunch of random stuff. Oh, the pig spawner exploit, if you guys remember that. If you take a portal gun and if you lifted up a mob spawner and placed it on a torch that was already there, it would turn into a pig spawner for some reason. So I remember doing that a bunch for food. That was fun. Yeah, just kind of random stuff in these. This is all overflow stuff. Pulverizers and whatnot. Yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. So, what's that lever for? I have no idea. Huh. Anyways, so how this thing works, there wasn't quite, there was some smart storage systems, but not too many. So here's how it goes. Okay, so this is the ender chest that you would put stuff in to get sorted. And here we have a filter and another filter, 2 filters that can pull out a stack at a time, but we found that wasn't fast enough, just one. So we put 2 taking out, and they're both going in the same place. And they need a redstone pulse to activate to pull an item out. So we use timers set to really low delay, 0.7 seconds, and then they'll pull the stack out. And these are, they're not dirt covers. Why is it saying they're dirt covers? These are pneumatic tubes. And let's see, I'm trying to remember here. So yeah, it goes, these barrels you can only insert in the top of. So these just run along all the tops of the barrels, and all of those along there. And they basically go to the first available, just like kind of like item ducts that we're using in Tech World 2. So they kind of just go into the first available slot. So kind of how I have the overflow chests in my Tech World 2 playthrough. That's how we have it here. This is the last. This is like the furthest away it can any inventory is. So it'll try all the barrels before it actually finds its way to the chest. So that's how that kind of works. That's a lot of pneumatic tubes. Oh my goodness. And then we have some sorting in here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I sort out some stuff here to get automatically processed. Auto processing was a pain in the butt back in the day. What do I have here? Scrap. Automatically getting turned into scrap boxes. Oh, fabricators. How I miss fabricators. So there's a bit of auto sorting here, but basically what it does is it takes different ores out. I believe these, yeah. And this filter and this filter both separate different kinds of ores, and they place it into the industrial grinder, which requires water, and it grinds things up. And it's kind of like a pulverizer, like you get double your ores and stuff, but you also get some extra stuff rather than just double ores. You get some extra stuff, and then you have it's not just the industrial grinder. The industrial grinder is part of this big multi-block structure here, and then it gets pulled out and resorted. And this, what is this part of? The industrial blast furnace. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what you make with this. Like silicone plates and titanium and that kind of thing, I think. in this big, this other big multi-block structure, and there's 2 lava source blocks in the middle that you need to. This was crazy. This was all Greg Deck, by the way. If you've never played with Greg Deck, I liked it back in the day, not so much anymore, but it was quite the experience. So I'm glad I got to do that hard stuff my first playthrough. I had no idea about like that Greg Deck was so hard and stuff. So that's what we did with that. Here's just a blast furnace to make steel. Another little setup with project tables and UU matter, data orbs. I think I was just starting to make a fusion reactor, and this before we finally gave it up for good. So that's kind of what I was doing. This is also set up to make energy crystals. And, oh yeah, I think this whole setup was basically for ultimate hybrid solar panels, which is like the highest tier of energy you can get from IC2. Speaking in terms of this pack, energy generation here, we've got for IC2 all these. Or no, wait. No, this is for RF. This is for thermal expansion. We used our IC2 to make thermal expansion energy with these electrical engines. They take IC2 and put out thermal expansion energy. And then we have all of these redstone energy cells full of power. And then I have this. See, I knew it. If you watched my Let's Play of Tech World 2, I tried to do this and it didn't work. So it used to work. It basically detects when this last redstone energy conduit is full, and if it isn't full, it turns on the engines basically. So make sure all these are full. Over here, we've got like the liquid transposer, magma crucible, as you probably know, rolling machines, pulverizer, induction smelter, plate bending machine. That was new. That kind of got added right at the end. And these are what tesseracts used to look like. It's pretty interesting. What else we got? Cactus farm, nothing too interesting. Like I said, it just started getting into bees, so here's a little bit of bees and some liquid DNA. And this is just not for anything, it's just lava. But it's in a Zycraft tank, which I miss terribly, as you can tell. I really miss Zycraft. Basically, you can make a tank out of anything. And you can use glass spheres, but like you can see here, this one's marble. This one I think is just nether bricks. Yeah, you can make it out of anything. And I think basically as big as you want. Either that or this is the biggest. I can't remember. But anyways, I think, yeah, this is the biggest. Yeah, and you have these valves that you can put stuff in and out of from. You can just right click anywhere on it to look at what's in it. Kind of like a steel tank. What else? I need to keep moving. This is just a cobble gen for no apparent... Or no, this makes lava. It melts down netherrack to make lava. Just gets put in there. So there's that. I'll show you this. This is my little secret room here. I thought it was so cool. It's basically covered up, even though the cobblestone covers have to be on the outside since the pistons are multi-blocks. But basically, it was just a little secret for me that I could go into and have my safe and my personal safe with all the stuff that I wanted to keep. Which wanted the dead fire warded blocks. Oh man, yeah, just kind of random stuff. My nuclear reactor stuff, dragon egg, a spawn hydra to troll people, portal guns, all that kind of stuff. Bunch of nether stars. I don't even know what these do, so I don't want to mess with them. But yeah, that was kind of like my little secret room there. This is an Enderman spawner. All my spawners pretty much use soul shards, the old kind of soul shards. You can turn them on and off with redstone. They're all tier 5, which was awesome. And they're toggleable with this, so if I do Enderman, turn it on, deactivate or activate the spawner, and they fall into quicksand, die, and yeah, their stuff gets collected and sent back. So that's that. Here we have, I believe this one is slime in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's slime in there. To get slime balls, this one is cows. I believe this turns it on. Yeah, or pigs. Yep, they catch fire and then they die. Their stuff gets collected and sent down. Ah, cows and pigs. So yeah, it gets cooked in the process, and all of it gets sent back. So that was fun. This is our assembly table. You know, I have one in Tech World 2 with just one laser. Well, we went overboard and just got all these lasers, and that gets sent right through the ender chest with a couple of tesseracts powering them all. I don't think we have that many crazy amounts of anything besides UU matter, because you can make stuff with UU matter. Yeah, like we only had 13 stacks of diamonds, but you can make pretty much anything with UU matter. More just fabricator setups and whatnot. All of this here that you see is a bunch of different kinds of machines like we have in thermal expansion in my Let's Play, but this is all IC2 stuff. I worked mainly with IC2 in the past, so there's like compressors, macerators, which is like a pulverizer, extractors, recyclers, that makes scrap like you saw in my playthrough, and these are all electric furnaces in here, and they basically all just have wooden transport pipes pulling stuff out and sending stuff away. This is an implosion compressor from GregTech. I'm not going to go too much into that. It's just what else? I started a little bit into MFFS. It basically makes force fields to keep people out of your base or whatnot, plus a bunch of other stuff. I just don't want to get too far into it. And here is one of the storage units that my friends use to power their stuff. It's called an adjustable energy storage unit. You can adjust how much comes in and out with these here, and you can charge your stuff in it basically. And it holds 100 million EU, which is really a crazy amount. Like, that was just a lot. But I wanted to go a bit above that, and I think you need 4 of those to make this next thing. And so this is what I made, an interdimensional energy storage unit. It holds 1 billion EU, and it can only be accessed, I think if I'm remembering this right, by the player that placed it. It's like mine. It's kind of like the ender chest of storage for IC or GregTech, I guess technically, but it's an it stores EU, so it's kind of like an IC2 machine. And it can hold like I said, it can hold 1 billion EU. And if I placed another one of these down, it would contain the same thing, so it would still hold 1 billion EU. So you can't have 2 of them for one person, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So that's cool. What else we got? I guess the piece de resistance is our energy storage, or not storage, production here. These are not stone covers. I think there is stone covers there, actually. I just can't see them. Anyways, these are mass fabricators, and basically these things produce the UU that you see right there. And like, it's supposed to be it's supposed to take an insane amount of energy to produce 1 UU, unless you use scrap, which you get from recycling stuff. So you're supposed to use scrap as a buffer, and it takes like less energy. That's how you get your first pieces or whatever. But as far as we didn't want to keep producing scrap. We could just do it straight up with our power production. So basically these are hooked directly into these 2 ultimate solar panels here. And they can view sunlight. They have a straight up shot. These 2 power everything in the factory, from like the interdimensional storage unit, all these machines, all those electric furnaces and pulverizers. Those 2 alone easily power the factory, those 2. All the rest of these 6, 7, 8 different ultimate hybrids power these mass fabricators directly into it. So as you can see, I mean, it goes up pretty decently fast. So you can see after a while, many hours logged, they can produce quite a bit of UU, which is awesome. And then just in case you have no idea what UU is, basically, I'll give you a little example here. Like this. See, like in this shape, you get a water block, and since it's a water block, that's how I got water in the nether. I'm not even sure if that's how it works anymore, but that's how I did it back in the day. 1 makes stone, 1 over here makes jungle wood. And this, nothing. God, you can't like hold or left click to like sort them out. You gotta manually place and everything. There's lava. That's titanium, I believe. And that's iridium. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different recipes. Gunpowder. So yeah, that's UU matter. And actually, yeah, and that's a diamond. So you can pretty much make anything. Ender pearl. Yeah, so that's what you do with UU, and it's really, really awesome. I'm going to show you a few more things that I have set up. This is just a beacon. All of you probably know what that is by now. This was set up later. My friend wanted to make this entire wall out of ores, so I guess he did for fun. Let's see. And our clan name is and was Wook. So I did this. When you activate it, sends out the signal and pushes out Wook from the wall and takes it back. So that's cool. What else we got on here? Bridge. We set up this for my friend. This is his crafting post right here, and you can kind of see it sort of, but when you use it, shoots a couple arrows out. So that was fun. I have all these signs set up because with these barrels, if you take all the items out, like if I took this out, I'm not going to because there's constant UU flowing in. But say I punched that, it would take out all 44 wood, and it would not remember it that it had wood in there. So I think now these types of barrels still leave one in there after you punch it once, and then you punch it again to get all of them out. But yeah, back then, if you punched it with less than a stack in, it would totally take out everything and really clog up the system. Trying to think here. Let's just go upstairs. Oh, in case you haven't noticed by now, my armor set, I've got Boots of the Traveler with a bunch of stuff on. That's from Thaumcraft. Then I've got Ultimate. This is Quantum Armor, I think, but these are a step above. So Quantum Pants make you run really fast. Graphic chest plates allowing me to fly, and the Ultimate Solar Helmet is powering my suit like constantly, because it constantly generates energy. So pretty much I don't have to worry about ever losing energy. Yeah, I don't know. We got a little bit of aesthetic stuff done, but like I said, we're not good at that. So here we just kind of started thinking about what we wanted around the outside of the castle. We were going to do lava like all the way around, and then we had I put in this little cool bridge here. This was a lot harder back in the day, mind you, to do all this stuff. And all these are redstone lamps, and I think they're all hooked up to a daylight sensor. Yeah. So I thought that was cool. When it's nighttime, all of this lights up, so that's pretty neat. And yet a third time, another friend wanted to start playing, so we built another place for him inside this tree. We kind of had the same setup. I kind of showed him basic IC2 stuff and sorting infrastructure and whatnot. But eventually we just turned it into this coke oven production facility. It turns coal into coal coke, which is 4 times more potent, I believe. So it can like cook 4 times the stuff or produce 4 times the energy. What else? These are my Varas. They're basically one-shot break anything, but they're very much energy hogs. So you can see here, if I just click, they can one-shot anything. And I had one for Silk Touch and one for Fortune. So basically, if I ever wanted to go manually mining, I would just like, let's see if I can do this. I just basically get a running start, and you get the picture. I'll just run and collect all the raw ores, and then let my system process it for me. So yeah, we were pretty well off in this version. I kind of wish that we would have actually finished this castle or, you know, something like that. But unfortunately, from 1.4 to 1.5, you just could not keep your base. So that was unfortunate, but you know, it happens. This is the timeout room. There used to be a door on her, on here. These are warded blocks from Thaumcraft. No one can break them but the original player that placed them. And there's a door on here that's kind of the same deal. So I think that's about all I'm going to show. I'm sure there's more that I'm missing. It's just we did so much that it's hard to remember everything. It's been so long since I played. Yeah, that's about it. So I'll leave you guys with this. Except for there's a huge structure in the way now. Yeah, that was my Mindcrack base from back in the day. Thought I'd give you guys a look at my start in modded Minecraft. And if you do want to check it out, it's still on the Feed the Beast launcher, so you can, you know, go see what old modded Minecraft was like. There's older packs too, don't get me wrong, but this is just the one I started with, and it was a lot of fun, especially Zycraft. I love Zycraft. I miss you, Zycraft. Yeah, that was that. So we'll probably get back into my Let's Play of Tech World 2 in the next episode. So come back for that. And remember, the cake is a lie.